Saturday, June 11th, 1994. Another hot, muggy day.
That's me. And that's my dad. People always thought that our house was a bit mad, like a circus. But what they didn't know was that it was mostly because of our dad. When I first tell people about my father, they don't quite understand what I'm saying. It's a great conversation starter, actually. Nothing really destroys an awkward silence quite like, so, my dad's a clown, but, like, for real.
I've always been sort of a very backward, awkward, clumsy, sort of ridiculous person.
He's always been a little bit different, a little bit, but in a good way.
There it is.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's all fine.
I've never thought about it like Dad's different when he's a clown. Ever.
Gosh, you don't know your own strength.
Because he's exactly the same way.
He's always a clown. I can always tell, though, when he's joking. I can tell by the way he phrases something that he's trying to pull my leg, which is good because if I believed everything he said, I would have a lot of stress in my life.
I wanted to be a clown because I saw my dad be a clown all the time. When I was a kid, my Uncle Steve would come over, and together they created an act and characters that were so brilliant and colorful and fun.
Maybe you should introduce yourself.
It's only polite.
Go ahead.
I'm Ichabod Body, sweeper at large, working for very small change. I get all the dirt, all the grit, all the grime. No dust is outside of my range. I come out at dawn and stay out till dusk, pushing my trusty old broom. When darkness descends, I call it a day and trudge back home to my room.
I'm Archibald Oddie. I'm handsome and strong. As far as I know, I've never been wrong. I'm witty and charming and ever so smart. Most people adore me right from the start. But we've always been really close, more like brothers than cousins. And we work well together. Between the two of us, we make a pretty good whole person.
See the jolly juggler, he juggles in the street. He flips those balls from hand to hand and kicks them with his feet. What?
We'd go down to the basement, we'd practice, and they'd hear us down there knocking around and everything, and then pretty soon we'd have them come down to see what they thought, have them sit down and watch our rehearsals.
When I was a kid, before we went out as clowns, my dad would stop and make sure I knew why we were doing it. He told me that we should always try to make the world a better place, and he would say, "This, in our very small way, is how we do that." I learned from my dad that what we can do for other people is more important than anything, and that there was something magical about us, because we were the ones who could make people smile. He didn't just teach me that as a clown, but also as my dad.
Not much.
All right. Well, I'm done. I'll go in the other room. I'll leave you alone.
that space.
I'll leave you alone back.
Who's turned around?
I'll leave you alone.
I think a lot of dads don't have anything specifically between them and their kids, but this was our kids' one-on-one with their dad.
The connection, the clowning's given me and the kids, it's given us a common way to laugh together and have good times and basically act ridiculous but with a purpose.
Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham, and they never laughed, and they never cried. All they did was go like this.
This is a big moment. She gets you spitting all over the cake. She can't do it. Come on, Rita.
She's old and she's
Growing up with someone who is so dedicated to something that they just love, even if it's not the thing that they're paid to do every day, it's a great person to have as a role model because it shows you that it's not stupid to do something just because you love to do it.
Music, maestro!